Imagine that you're on a journey, and while going on that journey, you get lost trying to find your destination. How do you think that particular day will end up for you? Hi, my name is Dr. Ish, and welcome to my channel Finance with Dr. Ish, where I'll teach you how to take care of your finance, build wealth, and make smart financial decisions. Now, in today's topic, we're going to be talking about the truth about budgeting, why most people give up. And I just gave you an example of how you want to set out on a journey and you get lost on your way to the journey because you don't have a roadmap. And this is exactly what budgeting does for you in finance. Budgeting, in simple terms, is just simply being able to plan, have a financial roadmap on your income, that is the money that comes to you, how you spend the money, basically helping you to identify or create a plan to spend wisely. Of course, following what we call the 50, 30, and 20% rule in finance, which is when you earn your income, you put a certain percentage into daily expenses, you put a certain percentage into savings as well as other type of investments. Basically, what budgeting does for you is to help you keep track of your income and your expenses. Now, why do budgets fail? Most budgets fail because they are either too strict, unrealistic, and emotionally exhausting. Too strict stops you from being consistent with the budgeting, and budgeting can only be effective or work when it is consistent. That is when you see the positive effects of having a good budget. Now, people don't fail budgets, but budgets fail people. That is the basic reality. And part of it is because of what is also known as emotional resistance. Budgets sometimes feel like a punishment when you ignore real life, you don't allow flexibility, and you focus only on restrictions. A typical example is when your income is high and you are saving a specific amount of money, and then when your income reduces, instead of you to reduce what you are saving in commensurate to your reduction in income, you find it difficult to save. Now, if your budgeting lifestyle is not flexible to allow for emergencies and certain, changes in life basically happen, then you may fall on the wayside. Flexibility allows you to retain a certain level of consistency with less restriction for budgeting. All you just need is to have a financial discipline and commitment to stick to regularity every month. Now, as a banker, ex-banker, in banking, budgets are guides and not prisons. A budget is not meant to ruin your life, it's not meant to scatter your life, it's just meant to show you direction and not take your freedom for you. In terms of direction, it helps you to know where your expenses are going to, those little habits that are hindering you from being able to invest wisely or save with wisdom. In fact, practically making wise financial decisions. So, for instance, if you have a very good budget, it shows you where those little habits that are squeezing your finances negative, like all those little gifts you keep buying yourselves regularly, even when you know you can afford, when you cannot afford it, are coming from. Or those little expenses, or those little perks that you enjoy, those subscriptions that you're not really using, or those bills you keep paying for no reason. So those are the kind of things that helps your budget, helps to expose from your budget the habits that you need to stop. Budgeting basically helps you to cultivate healthy financial behaviors. Now, the first thing is to also have what we call a simple shift. Replace a rigid budget, because when the budget is rigid, you will probably follow it for just 1 month or 2 months, and by the third month, you're tired. So when you replace a rigid budget with having different spending categories in terms of your groceries, your transport, your utilities, entertainment, investment, long-term goals, and day-to-day expenses, thereby helping you to create healthy and clear limits so you know what to do, when to do, and how to do it. And of course, in the process of tracking, you also get to have what we call monthly reviews, not daily pressure. Monthly reviews. Take for instance, you're not sure of how your expenses are taken care of every day in terms of what exactly you spend money on. The first thing to do is to track your expenses for the next 30 days. Take a note, take a diary, whatever other platform you can use, and track what goes in and out of your income. Now, a takeaway for you to get today from this session that a budget should create peace and not guilt. A budget is not life and death sentence. A budget basically is just to help you track how you spend, what you spend on, and help you decide the areas that you need to work harder on. Because if it causes stress, then it needs a adjustment. So a budget is supposed to help you track how you spend. A budget is supposed to help you spend with wisdom. A budget is not supposed to deny you of the things that will make you comfortable in life, but it helps you to create or cultivate healthier spending habits. So thank you for staying with me on this particular topic. If you have any questions, please drop in the comment section and I will be seeing you in the next one.